should be able to see me if you go to my YouTube channel, okay? C-Bay. B-E-Y. No, just C.B-E, capital B-E-Y. And it says Nationality and Divine Creed course. Now, I'm going live right now, so hold on, let me. Yeah, I'm on there right now. It should be. I don't know if you said that was. Huh? Yes, on YouTube right now. Hey, more the other Mo on. I'm sorry, I'm kind of bad with names. Can you see me too, Mo? Yeah. Kevin. What's that? Brother Kevin, can you yeah. Oh, you can see me? No, I'm trying to find it right now. Okay, yeah. I'm on PJ and I'm just. All right, let me go to. Let me see where it would be. Hold on. Where so if you put in Nationality and Divine, hold on. N-A-T. Or go look at live. If you go look what's live, and if you're a friend of mine, maybe okay. N-A-T. Okay. Nationality. Put in Nationality and hold on. Let me see if this works. Creed course. Oh, yeah. Okay, do this. Put in Nationality and Divine Creed course 101, and then you'll see me down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the fourth one down, and if you push on it, you should see me live or some type of way. Okay, I went to PJ Nationality and Divine Creed course 101. Yeah, you don't have to put the name. You can just put Nationality and Divine Creed course 101. And you should be able to get to it right now. The fourth one, that's the Nationality and Divine Creed law. Nationality and Divine Creed course 101. Okay, you said you want the fourth one down. I only see part 2, Nationality and Divine Creed law. Okay, try. I think you're right. Nationality and Divine Creed course 101. Okay, yeah, you got me. All right. How about you got Alameen? Hey sis, can you guys see me?
No, I'm turning it on now. It's loading up.
Okay.
Yes, it's not right.
I'm gonna text a few people and tell them I'm live right now. Sorry about this, guys. I'm texting a few people, okay? And and then we're going to start just give me a couple more moments, then we're going to start immediately. Brother Victor, who else? Carmen, Sister Carmen. All right, that's enough. I'll be with you guys in a second. Dang it, man. Nationality. Okay, so here we're gonna go. We're gonna go from here. Now let me pull up a few things. Since I'm going live from this one, I gotta pull up my booklets on this one. So it's not allowing me. Oh well, actually, I can pull. All right, so I'm gonna pull up these booklets real quick, and can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you know what those little echoes because I got you on the phone actually. And,
oh, let me put.
I'm just gonna look at you. I'm just gonna look at you live. I'm gonna hang up on the phone.
Okay, praise Allah. Okay. And I'm gonna put it on. Okay, cool. And you can chat there too, Mo. So if you want to chat, it's right. Ooh, wee. If you want to chat, it's right there also.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna leave my phone on so those who are not listening. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes. Okie dokie. So welcome to the Nationality and Divine Creed course 101. We teach nationality and divine creed according to the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And excuse me as I gather this stuff, I got like 3 computers up so that I can do this for everybody and do the best I can. It's my first time ever going live. So hey, let's deal with it and let's really get down to it. One of the things that we're going to be going over, since this is orientation, is the booklets that you've given, that you purchased, and we're going to go over exactly what it is going to take for you to correct your status, which is pretty much, as the Prophet Noble Drew Ali says in Act 6, it's for you to proclaim your free national name in the government in which you live in the nations of the earth. He says prior to that that you have to proclaim your nationality. Okay, but we're going to open up right now with the with the prayer of the Moorish Science Temple of America. For those, you don't have to stand. We can sit down, but it would be nice if you face the east. If you would like to stand, please stand. And we're going to open up. So please repeat after me the Moorish American prayer. Okay. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Ameen.
Ameen.
Okay. Praise Allah. We will be most definitely working from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Okay. And also the Divine Constitution and bylaws. What I'm going to need you to do is text to the number your emails. For those new people, please text me your email so that I can put you in the classroom. And what you're going to have to do from there is actually, I'm going to put you in the classroom, and then you're going to have to go in there and accept it, and enter into the classroom for the next study session. But I need everybody's email who's picked up the guide and the booklet. Okay. For those who already have them, such as Brother Alameen, his wife, Brother Mustafa, and whoever else is on the line that's been from the our original study course that was at my house at one time. Just bring out all those particular booklets. But we will be going over Seek Ye First the Kingdom of Heaven, Student Manual 1. Brothers and sisters, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'll be sending, the brother has your hard copy, so he will be sending those, but everybody should have the PDF copy. Does everybody have the PDF copy?
Everybody should have a PDF. Everybody have a PDF. Yeah, I do.
All right. So everybody's going to need a, I put in the classroom too, if you don't have the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, I put a PDF copy in there so that people can read that because you're going to need that. I also put a Divine Constitution and Bylaws where you're able to go look at that. And I will be putting, when I scan it, the Quran questionnaire for Moorish Americans if you don't have one. Because those three documents you must have, right, to even complete the course, because that's where it's all founded on. It's all the foundations on. If you see me looking up, because I got two screens, one big screen and one small one. So, all right. So one of the first things we're going to do here is give everybody an understanding exactly what we are doing. So if you do have seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, or excuse me, earthly salvation, please open up to the, man, I don't know why my copy's doing this on my iPad here. So just give me a second while I open this one up in Drive. All right. So also it says in the Moorish, the Nationality and Divine Creed course. Yeah. What'd you say? All right. So it says now on Noble Academic Society, the site where it's dealing with the course. Okay, if you don't know the course syllabus, it is actually there under Moorish Divine National Movement. And if you, like I said, if you don't know the course syllabus, it's actually right there. So I'm going to go over that real quick, and then we'll be moving to the actual student manual 1 to begin to read the orientation part. All right. All right. So in the Moorish Divine National Movement, Nationality and Divine Creed course on Noble Academic Society site, it says that the course is, excuse me. All right. So one of the things that's going to be required is for you to, of course, pick up the manuals. The number one thing is also, like I said, I'm making available the Quran, the questionnaire, and the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. Those will be in the classroom for those who do not have those copies. The other thing is that please put together just a brief bio. You don't have to put no social security numbers or anything like that. Just a brief bio of yourself, and keep it. I'm not requiring that right now, but we are going to need that just a little bit later. All right. The next thing is you got to have also made available the Marcus Garvey #7 book. Okay, I put that also in the classroom. Those are the free ones. If you don't have it by now, then please, if you want a personal copy, just email me and I'll send you a free one of those if I haven't already sent it to you. Okay. So the first 3 months is actually number 3, right? The Nationality Divine Creed course is a 4-quarter course, 3 months each quarter. Okay. So like number 3 will equal month 1, 2, and 3. The 6th month will equals 4, 5, and 6. 9th month, 7, 8, 9. The 10th month is final exams. 11th month is a vacation. 12th month is graduation, and the midterms will be in the 5th month on the 7th. Okay. So the midterms will be on the 5th in the 5th month on the 7th. And the course scale for those first 3 months will be covering Manual 1. It's going to take us about 3 months to go through that. I'm going to go at a pace, but you have your own study pace. But for the course's sake of the 10-month, I'm following this particular course. And I'm going to tell you why after I finish this. So on the 6th month, it's manual number 3 and Garvey 7 will be covered. And in the 9th month, manual number 2 will be covered. Okay. So it's each Tuesday and Thursday, there'll be a class lecture. And if that's too much, we can break it down to 1. But if that's not enough, then all you have to do is leave a comment in the classroom and ask me to repeat it. I will be recording these and making them available in the classroom so that you are able to go back into the archive, okay, and go back into the classroom and see what's going on. You know, if you want to take your notes and so forth and so on. All right, so the next one is actually each lecture is only an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, today's only an hour and maybe 15. And 1 hour lecture, 15-minute question and answer, and a 15-minute administration question and answer. Okay, so you actually have 1 hour of pure lecture and then 15 minutes of questions, and then administrative question and answers, me asking you certain particular things have you done or where you're at in your particular process. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much, you know, the course. All right. Now the reason why it's 10 months is because it takes you 8 months to go through the system to correct your status. The first, after this month, we're going to be telling everyone where the city in which they live to go down and get the particular papers from the court so they can begin the process. All right. Is everybody still with me? If y'all can hear me, chime in on that chat and say, I hear you good. If you can't hear me good, then I'm going to turn up. If you guys are hearing me clear and hearing me good, like I said, please chime in on that chat and say it's all gravy. That's the only way I can really, right now, to know those who are not listening in on my line, let me know that things are good. All right, so the next thing is in the coursework itself. Let me go over here to the book. And eventually I'll be sharing my screen with everybody when I figure out that part. All right. All right. Okay, so the reason why it's extremely important in today's world and for us to truly understand the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and divine work that he's done for us is because if you don't know by now, there's something wrong with having the status of Black or African American. Okay, there's something actually extremely wrong with this. And we all know this in the back of our mind, but no one was able to really pinpoint what was the issue until the advent of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay. Most people thought, oh, they're racist, or they hate us because it's color of our skin, or, you know what I'm saying, they're just downright just hate us because of the color of our skin. The majority of people believe that you're hated because of the color of your skin. Now, this is not the case because there's a lot of people who are melanated with the same hue we have, this beautiful olive hue, that don't get treated like the American Negro gets treated. Case in example, they're not killing when the police a few years ago was going on the rampage and shooting so-called Black people, right? Well, then did you take notice that only those who were described as Negroes were getting shot? You didn't see anybody from Belize who looked like us getting smoked. You didn't see anybody who from Jamaica getting killed. These people who they were killing were all Negroes with the status of that. And that's very important. People think that's, what do you mean by that, right? Says, I hear you very well, brother. Okay, that's long, Brother Bridgewater. So it's very important that we understand why. Today, most Black people do the exact same thing that their ancestors and their mother and their father were doing. They're protesting, they're marching in the streets, they're running around in circles screaming prejudice, racist, Nazi, and all these particular things. And still, the exact same results that their mama got and the exact same results that their grandfather or whatever got, they're still getting. There's no solution to that type of protest. Okay, and when we understand why are Black people getting killed? You know, the majority of people will go, like I said, will run with the signs and march in the street. Well, that's not what intelligent people do. They figure out, well, what's the legal purpose for you killing me? Or what is the legal purpose for them shooting me? They go lawyer it up and figure out what the issue is. So what did we? So myself, I had to figure out like, okay, well, what's the issue? I kind of thought I knew, but I wanted to get the hardcore evidence. The issue that every one of those people who were getting off, even Rodney King beating, what is it? What was that little brother name with the hood? And then the little brother in the park, Trayvon Martin, and the little brother who got smoked because he was, had a phone in his hand, and the sister who got killed. Do you know they're all off on the exact same? The cop didn't go to jail and never got charged with anything. Do you know they're all of them for the exact same reason? I hope I make sense right there. What I mean is every one of those people who shot somebody black and killed them, the reason why they didn't get fired nor go to jail or something like that, under law, they use the exact same reason to get off. And that reason is the Dred Scott decision. Go look it up. Every one of them used the Dred Scott decision that says blacks are not even citizens, nor in other parts, in the law, it says that they're not recognized as human beings in law, which is known as civilly mortuus, or as the prophet said, black according to science means death. All right. In other words, you're civilly dead in law, right? Black people are civilly dead or with a second class citizenship that doesn't even amount up to a human being. I know we want to get angry. We want to get, that's not me. And how can they say this and all like that? That's them saying that with their laws. And I don't have to go by that. You hear a bunch of all this weird stuff, right? But the facts and the actuality is that you will abide by that law. Let me see you go out there and cross that street in front of a cop illegally and watch him give you a ticket. Let me see you tell him that. All right, go up there and pull a gun out your pocket and go up there and, try to do something illegal or exercise particular rights that you think you're not going to be, the law is not going to come down on you, but the law does come down on you. And the law comes down on black people with their status. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali, through his divine work between 1913 and 1929, corrected our status of black, colored, and Negro and Ethiopian to its rightful status of our ancestors that are on record anciently and modernly known as a Moor or Moorish American. As a matter of fact, Prophet Noble Drew Ali was the first Moorish American. Okay, I didn't say he was the first Moor, but I said he was the first Moorish American. And those who do and the rights of Moors are now turned over to the Moorish American. And Moorish American, another term is national. Another term for national is indigenous or aboriginal. Okay. So in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, it opens up, if you can kind of see that. Oh, it's backwards. Sorry about that. Well, it opens up, it says, know thyself in Allah, the genealogy of Jesus. And it says the life works of Jesus in India, Europe, and Africa in the land of Egypt. Now I'm going to go into the manual after this. Why does he open up with the genealogy? The reason he opens up with the genealogy, which is extremely important to understand, is because if you cannot trace yourselves to the human families, then by law, you're stateless and have no protection. You have no civil rights, and anybody can treat you, kill you, take your children, and do whatever they want with them, right? Or you have no rights in law, no domicile that's protecting you. Genealogy is everything. Genealogy gives you who you are. It shows your contributions to civilization over periods of time. Okay. So he opens up with the genealogy of Jesus to let you know that you're in the bloodline of Jesus. Now, people, why does he use the term Jesus? Because that was the term that people knew in 1927. 1927, our people was barely literate. You understand? They didn't know what Yahshua or Isa or all these other names that we now know today that Jesus means. We understand back then they had to understand the term in which they were used to, which was Jesus. And now, through the Holy Quran, the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he gives us a divine understanding of the term Jesus. And we really understand what that means. So when we see the genealogy of Jesus, and the life and the works in Jesus in India, Europe, and Africa, and in the land of Egypt. And then in chapter 47, he ties you into the land of Egypt and the land, and in the genealogy report known as the Quran questionnaire for Moorish Americans, I do believe it's number 30, where it asks, what is the nationality of Ruth? Well, Ruth was a Moabitess. Okay, so Ruth being a Moabitess and being the great great grandmother of Jesus, great 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 grandmother of Jesus, right? It then gives Jesus his nationality, and then he tells you that you are the descendants of the ancient Moabites. He has just now tied you into a bloodline, a royal bloodline. As a matter of fact, it ties you back into first man, if you really study and want to know. And it's so incredibly important for us to keep the prophet out in front so that we may understand this part. A lot of us, think that we know or want to try our way and try this way and try that way. Well, no, we do what the prophet tells us to do because his way is tried and true. We don't make up anything. We don't have to. We don't try to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to. He actually did every single thing it takes to save a nation. Why do I know this? Because I'm a living example of one who has taken the things that he says and have saved ourselves. Not only me, but quite a few other Moors. All right. So is everybody still with me? Is this making sense? Islam, what'd you say, sis? Okay. All right. So we're going to get into a little bit more of the background of Prophet Noble Drew Ali into the course manual, which I'm going to right now. So if everybody wants to kind of go to that. And if you don't have that course manual and you are on the line, please go to Noble Academic Society and just pick up manual number 1. That gets you into the course. The reason why you have to take a course, some people don't believe you have to take a course. Well, that's not what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said. Hold on. Let me grab something off my wall here. This is the Divine Constitution and Bylaws of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'm saying the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I'm going to read Act 3. It says, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Let's go back to the top. It says, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed. Now, you're going to have to really stop me sometimes if I move fast. Okay? Just let me know. Sheik, you're moving real quick. Slow it down. All right, so proclaim means, it's very important that you understand that word, and know for a fact. Don't ever assume don't assume that words that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali utilizes in the Divine Constitution and Bylaw and the Holy Quran, the Moorish Science Temple of America, and the Quran questionnaire for Moorish Americans. Always assume that you may not really comprehend. That way you go look it up. Never skip over a word in the Quran that you do not understand. It is so important that you don't do this, because you're going to miss what he's saying. The prophet said, heed every word I say, not heed every paragraph, not skim through the thing and now you think you got it because you didn't read it one time. He said, heed every word. Heed means to be noticed. Heed means to be a warning. Heed means to take extreme close attention to what is being said. Okay. The reason we're successful is because we don't take anything for granted and we don't believe we know it all. Trust me, I don't know it all. I'm a great follower of the prophet, and I learn every single day when I open that Quran. Okay, so I'm going to read a definition of proclaim coming from the Black's Law 6 dictionary. It says proclaim. It says to announce, to publish, excuse me, to announce, comma, excuse me. What'd you guys say? Okay. It says, so proclaim, right? If you have a Black's Law dictionary, please go to the Black's Law dictionary. Okay. And look up the term proclaim. All right. Here's a good one. If you're looking for one, a pocket one, right? All right. So this is Black's Law Dictionary, third pocket edition. Actually, this one is really good. I mean, I find this one to be extremely good. All right. So let me go just to it real quick too, because I have all my stuff kind of written in my notes and everywhere. And I memorize this stuff, right? For PRO. So let me just go here real quick while we are speaking on this, because if you don't have a dictionary in front of you and a law dictionary when you're going through this, you're slipping. And you have a gang of vanity and you believe you know some stuff. If you believe you know some stuff, please somebody give me the definition of issue. What'd you say? All right, PROC, pro, PROC, PROF, PROC, yeah, PROV, PRO. Okay, here we go. Sorry that's taking so long and I don't have my glasses on, but I'm going to read it, okay? So I found it right here, but I'm going to read it because I have it, the definition written down, so I don't have to go. All right, please speak up. If y'all are talking to me on the call-in line, you guys got to kind of speak up. All right. If you're looking at me live on YouTube, then write the chat, and then I can hear you. But anyway, so let's continue. Then we're going to seriously get back into the earthly salvation part because all this connects. Okay. All right. So it says proclaim, to announce, comma. If you don't know what commas are, get a grammar dictionary. To publish, to give wide publicity to. It also means to publish a matter important. Excuse me. It means to announce a matter important to be known to the people. In other words, it is to make something extremely important known to the people. All right. It also means to disclose. So when people come into the Moorish Science Temple of America and they put their hand up and say, I'm a citizen of the USA, Noble Drew Ali the Prophet, and that's what they've been used to doing. Well, that's fine and dandy, but you still have to make that known in front of the people that you made that proclamation. Because who other than the people in the temple at that time? The police don't know you made that proclamation. The government, the governor doesn't know you made that proclamation. You know what I'm saying? Your mama don't know you made that proclamation. Your homeboy down the street don't know you made the proclamation. You know what I'm saying? And we can't automatically assume because we go into a Moorish Science Temple of America and make a proclamation now that everybody simply knows now. And that's what's been going on in the nation. And this is where they've been going wrong. Assuming that people know something when you didn't make it plain to them in the proper way. So to proclaim not only means to announce, but it means to make the matter known, right? Publicly or publish to the people. So keep that in mind as we continue to go on. All right. So let's go to, so I say that because in Act 3, the reason why you have to study and after you make these proclamations, right, is because after it says to proclaim something important, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be known. You must come in and proclaim love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice to the official sheiks in the political community because Black people, Latino people, Filipino people are civilly mortuused in law, which means stateless or a refugee. Therefore, you have no allegiance to any type of government. So you must come in and proclaim love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, which is our national principles, principles meaning law, so that you are now under that protection, and now you can do your proclamations with us. I hope that really makes sense because people are missing accurate. And then it says that you must practice. Go look up practice. Practice means to study. That's why you're taking the course in a nutshell, because you have to study on what it means to be a real citizen because you weren't a citizen before. You were a Negro with Negro actions. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really have any a moral system like that, nor did we have a family lawful moral system like we do today. So you need to know what that is, shake off the Negro dead personality and put on the personality of your divine character, which is Jesus. The Holy Quran is giving you back your personality because the prophet tells us that we have mental slavery and a European psychology, which causes the mental slavery. Okay. Therefore, in other words, in today's language, that would mean that you're paranoid, schizophrenic, and psychotic. You believe you're black when this is the color of black. Look at my skin compared to this. But a whole bunch of people believe they this. And they believe that they're not crazy. And oh, that don't really matter. Oh, yes, it does matter. It matters to the very psychology. When you look into the mirror, you believe you see black. And that's why that sister got to put a wig on of another person because she doesn't even know who she is. She doesn't respect her own skin color. She doesn't respect, her hue. She calls it, she's literally seeing something that's not there. It seems trivial, but it's not. You want to use another man's last name because you don't even have your own surname. A surname is the family name, that above the Christian given name. And you think that doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. And those who are on the chat and those who are on the line today know it matters. And we're going to straighten out this particular thing so that you can be recognized by the government in which you live as a Moorish American and the nations of the earth. All right, that's exactly what we're doing here. All right, so let me move on. Okay, so on page, here, it's very slow. I'm on my slow computer over here, so please bear with me. All right, so let's go to, excuse me, everybody, and just kind of bear with me, okay? You know, I'm new with this kind of technology. All right. All right, so here we go, much better. All right, please continue to go. All right, so I believe it's on page, give me 1 second here. Oh, if you go to page 14 in your student manual, you can see the pass card that you're going to get, which meets the requirements of the Real ID Act. All right, and you're going to be able to get a real ID. There's a brother I'm hoping that he got on tonight, Brother Joel Adams L. His mother actually went in. I'm not going to tell the story. I'm going to let him do it. But this real ID is no joke, you guys. If you think these people going to get away, boy, without that real ID is a whole, ooh, I don't understand what they're thinking when the government's telling them that you're now going to have to truly identify who you are in law. You know, you can't just be saying you something, you know, and you can't identify that. So I'm trying to get to the disclaimer part of the book. So please give me a second here. Dang, man, I need to really, yes. Anybody got any questions? I know I said a lot already. Okay, so on page number 5, that's where we're at. Everybody, please turn to page 5 in the student manual, or page 4, it starts on. Sorry about that. Yeah, page 4. Okay, so in page 4, it has a disclaimer. All right. Says the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 43, is a lawfully warranted and chartered temple according to Act 1 additional laws, and has been functioning in the county of Los Angeles in the state of California since 2011. Secretary of State in the county of California has been duly noticed to these facts, and I give the PS Form 3811, which is the green return envelope form that we notified them according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali about our temple, and they agreed. And so that's what that's talking about. It says, I further most anxiously hope that this brief statement of facts will help you to more clearly see our duty and wisdom that we are a religious political community upholding at all times the fundamental principles which are desired for our civilization. And then it goes through that, right? And it also gets in. I'm not going to read all this because you guys have and you should be reading it. Okay. I'm not going to make you lazy. All right. So you guys got to really read with me. All right. So it goes on to page number 5. It says that we teach nationality and divine creed according to law. All members must practice according to law. That's Act 3. And it says, study and know thyself and Allah. It says, man knows not by being told. Therefore, every member must show and prove thyself to be true and the laws of the said government. In other words, you can't, you're not going to fool me. You're going to only be fooling yourself if you don't want to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is your life. And the better you understand the laws that govern you, the better you can exercise to get yourself out of the economic slavery and the status that you're currently in. To try to take this and just skim on through, I'm going to tell you right now, everyone's going to pass. Those who are serious. I can't hold you back. You can only hold you back. Okay. So you need to know that. All right. It goes on and says, it says he has given, okay, let me go back up. It says, new members must gain an understanding of the laws that govern them and their family. In the divine plan of the ages, our holy prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America, he has given us the means to dispel any form of mental slavery caused from a European psychology. We shall teach from the divine instructions for the fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nation of North America, so as to give you an instruction on how to love and stop hate and the destruction of oneself and family and community, and teaching those things necessary to make men and women a better citizen. In a nutshell, we introduce you to your divine creed or your way of life known as Islamism. All right. And the things we don't teach, sovereignty. We don't teach sovereignty. We ain't going to teach it because it's not needed. That is for the Europeans and their way out of the 14th Amendment system that their own brothers got them in, that whole little sovereignty movement. You don't need it. Prophet Noble Drew Ali did everything for you. We do not teach Black nationalism. All right. This is no Pan-African, type of ordeal or something weird like that. We don't teach Pan-Africanism. We teach nationality and divine creed. Gangster mentality or gangsterism mentality, meaning, clicking up like, oh, us Moors against them, or clicking, none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not no game. You guys really need to understand this is not a game. This is not no clique. This ain't no tribe like that. We're a nation, but, or anything outside the prophet's corpus. This is not, if you want to find out what Taj Tariq is doing, go visit Taj. If you want to find out what some of these other Moors around, I don't know, really don't care because they haven't done it. I'm going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because if they are what they say, ask them to show you their real ID that it says Bay and Ill or Moorish American on it. Ask them to see according to Act 6. Act 6 says, with us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, Black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and last until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is extremely important part too, but most people look over because they haven't done it. It says, but this is a new era in time now. And all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. So if these people are asking you, oh, we're this and we did it and all this and give us some money or all this old weird stuff, say, hold it, let me see your recognition papers from the government in which you live that you're a Moorish American. According to Act 6, you got to have some type of recognition papers. And this is the part where they're all failing and they've all faltered because they haven't gotten it. I can't say all of them, but I can say the majority of people I've met. And I've been in the Moorish Science Temple of America in the same temple, this one for 18 years. I took my nationality in 2002, and I was appointed a Grand Sheikh in 2011. And I've been teaching this since 2011, but I've been in the Prophet's Temple for 18 plus years. I know a whole lot of people and what they've done and what they haven't done. They can say and bump their gums all they want, but it comes down to, can I see your recognition papers from the government in which you live and the nations of the earth, according to the Prophet Drew Ali? Before you tell me you a sheik, before you get to bumping your gums about what I know and what you know, let me see if you followed what the Prophet said. All right. So now that I've said that wonderful dissertation, is everybody still with me? All right. Okay. So let me go back up a little bit. It says in the orientation manual on page 4, it says, we keep the Prophet Noble Drew Ali out in front. We do not do our own thing. And we are a temple. We as a temple follow the Prophet's holy and divine plan for all temples within his empire. We have a home office in the Supreme Grand Sheikh. Okay. The Supreme Grand Sheikh is Emili Il, who was appointed by the Prophet himself and governed by our divine Prophet Noble Drew Ali. There are laws, rules, and regulations in order established by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali that we must follow and obey. There are no exceptions. There is order and divine order in the temples, and therefore it shall be divine order in all subordinate temples formed according to law, such as this particular temple known as the Moorish Science Temple of America, temple number 43, Los Angeles, California, the original. All right. So I'm going to move on a little bit more. It says, all right. Okay. I'm going to move past the table of content. You can read that yourself. And I'm going to move into page 1. All right. So on page, like I said, page 14, you can pretty much see the pass card of me and that ID, which will soon be a real ID from the Real ID Act. All right, so on page 15 begins the introduction to the Sunday school. Sunday school will be going over the Sunday school part of this book. All right. Most of this part you're going to study on your own. I will be going over it, but I'll take more questions on it than anything, because Sunday on the call line at 2 p.m., we're going to be holding Sunday school going over that book. Okay, so when you're on page 16, it says religion, chapters for discussion, page 3, know thyself and thy Father God Allah. We'll be going over that. On page 16A1, our chapter 1, the creation and the fall of man. In other words, please study the creation and the fall of man. All right, because you will have a test on these now. You will have a test on them. All right, and the test does matter. The test absolutely matters, especially if you want to gain some type of position in the Moorish Science Temple of America, or get into a specific position where you're able to teach these things. All right. So anyway, let's move on. One of the things, please learn your requirements for everybody is to learn the Moorish American prayer. All right, you got to memorize that prayer. That prayer, when we get into it, that prayer is extremely extreme. That's an angel prayer. And you got to really understand that, who you are. And when you understand who you are, oh my goodness, we can get so further, especially when the sisters understand. When the sisters get a hold of it, you know what I'm saying? We can really take off and shape the world in which we want, because the sisters bring God or nigga on the planet. They're either going to bring a Negro or they're going to bring God. Now, which one y'all want? How long? We had Negroes. All right. So anyway, so please, the women are so important to get this understanding. And the reason I say this is this. When we're in the womb, in chapter 1, right? When we're in the womb, that's the first heaven, or part of the first heaven. Now, in the first stages, the gestational phases, everybody's the same. In other words, everybody's a female. Do you guys realize that? Everyone has that. And the sister chooses, whether she knows it or not, to have a male or a female child. She'll have a male child conducive to bring about a better change for the environment she's growing up in. This is how powerful the sister is. She can literally be like, we need males right now, and we need this type of male to show up on the planet to take care of that situation that's facing us. So chapter 1, chapter 2 opens up with in what we were just at. If you guys go back to page 17, it says Jesus. Chapters discussed in chapter 3, the education of Mary, Elizabeth, and Zoan. So when you go to the Holy Crown of the Moorish Science Temple of America and you open up to chapter 3, which is a very powerful chapter. Okay. Excuse me, chapter 2. Excuse me. Sorry about that, everybody. In chapter 2, it says the education of Mary and Elizabeth and Zoan. So why would it go from how the world was formed directly to the education of the woman? Because she's teaching, she's literally will bring forth what we need. So if she has it in her head, see, Mary was being taught before she was impregnated. Before Mary was impregnated, she was being taught. And then while she was there, she was impregnated and was still being taught. Why? I can hear somebody speak up. Y'all speak up. Who said that? Okay. So you can speak, you guys, if you want. You know what I mean? But it's really important that we understand this is why you need to take the course. You need to understand who you are. You need your noble character back. And the only way you're going to do that is somebody is going to, start to study. So it's very important that you understand these lessons. You don't want any more women who are growing up to be hoes anymore. You don't want your daughter to grow up to be no hoe, or your male child to grow up to be some type of weirdo. So these are very much needed. Because if you don't know how to govern yourself, somebody's going to come along and govern you. Do you realize that? Just like, okay, if we think we're good, where's our bank? Noble Drew Ali had Binga Binga Bank. Where's our grocery store? When Traffic was here, there was the first Moorish grocery store. If you don't know who you are, you can't even create here. And you're supposed to be the fathers of the human family, and wonder why the world's acting the way they are, because you haven't woken up to take your rightful place with your rightful character. You want to be shaking booty and steal and rap songing it up out there like that's going to do something. It's going to keep people back in the same situation. I ain't mad at rap. I'm not mad at people out there shaking a little booty or whatever, having a good time, right? But if that's all you're doing, then you're part of the problem. I'm not here to cut no corners with you either. If you disagree, get off the line. Right? I'm serious, man. Time is short. People don't even understand what's happening in 2020. The Real ID Act is being pushed. The census is coming in 2020. Now, if you get labeled as a Negro and then come 22, and when they start rounding you up, then what you gonna do? And you think it's a joke and unreal, but the laws say that they can do this to you. So please pay attention and study, man. All right, I'm good. My family's good. The brothers and sisters who have been with us for a minute and done the process, they're good. You can be just as good if you would listen to what the prophet is saying. It's not me, right? I'm just here to do my job, to be the message that I bring, because I can't tell you to do something that I haven't already done. So in this orientation, not only is it try to give you the importance of why you must proclaim your nationality and take the course, and then go over a few of the things in the booklet. Then next week, we're going to dive directly into it according to the schedule, right? But this is me to introduce myself to you, first time going live on YouTube, right? I don't really like doing this particular stuff, but too many of our people are not at the same spot. So I got to do something to reach them, right? And we'll be able to really move forward. And each step of the way, we're going to show and prove what we're doing. We're not going to just be talking about it, okay? So in other words, after orientation, what this is, and those who are in the classroom or those who have picked up the book, and I got a receipt, that is your student number. Why do you need all this? Because of this. So when you're in the course and you're taking it, we're going to further give you instructions on what to do to go to the court. And we're going to give you instructions on what to tell the judge. The instructions come directly from the prophet. And then from there, you're going to get a court order to straighten out everything. You don't have to make up no birth certificate. You don't have to make up no document, no ID, none of that crap. You're going to get a court order that's going to tell these people at the Bureau of Biostatistics to get it together. You're going to get a court order that tells the Social Security thing, get it together. The DMV, get it together and get that real ID. You're going to have a court order to tell anybody that's wrongfully labeled you, Black, colored, Negro, or Ethiopian, to get it together and put down my correct status as a Moorish American. Because the order is ordering them to. You don't have to open up your mouth. Just give them the paper and let the judge do the talking, because you already stepped up and proclaimed your rightful status to the people who can order everybody else in the government to get it right. And all these ones is walking around here making up documents and giving you paper this thick with all these old fancy seals on it or fancy names, and they ain't doing a darn thing for you other than sending you closer and closer into hell and fleecing you for their money. They're taking your money, excuse me. Sorry about that. They're taking your money. Okay. It costs you $35 for a manual. Why? Because the workman's worthy of his hire, brother. $35 and everything else is free. Why am I charging for the manual? You know, I tried to give this away to people and they disrespected it. As soon as I get to charging, it makes you respect it a little bit because that's your money coming out your pocket. You went to work and earned that. So this is why it gets charged, but I ain't charging no outrageous $75 for no bug. You're going to pay for 1, 2, and 3, right? But the reason is because if you pay for it, you're going to show up at the class. I gave it away 3 years ago and no one wanted to show up, and now everybody wants to come knocking. How do we do this? How do we fix this? They got me labeled as Black. They're taking my money and they're doing all this. And I just simply say, well, go read. Stop thinking you know and get you a dictionary and go read what the prophet said. Or take the course and we can walk you right through this particular thing, because that's my job according to law of Acts 6. And I'm a real one. Keep it 100. So praise Allah. I really miss this with my brothers and sisters. Having been teaching for about maybe a few months now, but I'm always teaching. I'm always online. But our benefit is picking up. I mean, we're in the UN with our free national standards. The governments of the world recognize us, while other people are struggling trying to get things done. Man, the free national standards is kicking down the doors because that's what the prophet Drew Ali said. He says, money doesn't make the man. It's free national standards. I'm here as Allah's my witness. I'm here to tell you it's true. You don't need any fiat. In a minute, you're going to understand what real money is. It's called commodity. And you're a Moorish American, which means you can dig a hole and come out with some gold or a piece of lumber or a piece of fruit from your fruit tree, or you didn't grew some grass known as wheat today, and you can make you some bread to eat. And that's called real money. Not a piece of green paper that has no value other than the exchange in which you give it for, which is debt. More, you are just plain rich and don't know because you're chasing after the gods of Europe, thinking you got to get the greenbacks. Boy, you crazy. I need that commodity money by my free national standards that attaches me back to the land that my father has gotten back for me. And as a Moorish American, in chapter 47, it tells you your land. And if you don't know about a mandate, then go look it up. If you don't believe the prophet got us back everything, then just keep watching us and as we unfold this thing for you. And then one day maybe you'll wake up and want to come and get it. Because we're not going to beg none of you. All we're going to do is continue to show and prove and let our actions speak louder than our words. I really don't even like being on this thing telling you, but due to the fact that I've made a couple of commitments and to help the most sincere people as I can, then I'm going to do that. I don't want one dime from you. You understand me? There's so much my father's left for me. I don't need nothing from you. I don't want your money. I don't need your applause. I don't really need you to put in the chat that it's going good. Well, that's not true. I want to know it's going good. In other words, are you understanding me? Not trying to hit me with some vanity or some ego. Man, please. I shun that low in all of its carnal desires and vain ambition. I hope you really comprehend who you guys are going to start to deal with, because there's a few of us that are moving and shaking out here, right? And if you want it, it's yours, and it's really up to you. Okay. So the next thing in the course, you will be able to, in that month, we're going to send you to the court. And then after the court, you're going to get that agreement to begin to straighten out everything. After the court, you're going to go to the Social Security. And you're going to give them, you're going to straighten it out there. You're going to go to the DMV, you're only going to get an identification. If you want a driver's license, that's on you. I'm not telling you not to get one, and I'm not telling you to get one. You need to read in what it is and investigate and make the proper decision behind your analytical analysis of what it is, and not by the bandwagon that your mama, your brother, your daddy, your uncle said you need to go get one. Just like they told you was black. Do the knowledge for self so that you may know. So once you go to the DMV, we'll show you get the identification. You'll take the identification, and you're going to fill out a couple of other papers to send to the Bureau of Vital Statistics so that you can, with the order, so that you can get the proper birth certificate with your surname on there and without the Negro. And you don't have to make up anything. Praise Allah for Noble Drew Ali, and honors to his holy prophet. Honors to Allah's holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. He literally did everything. Ones are out here making up forms and doing this, and oh, he didn't do it. Those are old laws. These people are fools and will send you to hell with them. He did it all, Jack. Everything. All right, so let me finish. So sometimes I get a little excited about the prophet because I love him so much and I appreciate him and I honor him and respect him for what he's done. Okay? That man did it. Brothers, if y'all just really dig deep, man. Anyway, so the next thing you're going to go is from the prophet. You're going, from the, the DMV, right? You're going to write into the Bureau of Biostatistics, and you're going to get a birth certificate from them. You don't have to make up nothing. Then the next thing you're going to do is fill out the correct forms. I'm not going to speak those forms over YouTube. I'm not going to do that. Okay. This specifically for the people that's in that classroom and that want this. You're going to get a few more forms from us to go with the applications and things to the State Department. Okay. And so we're going to send you to the State Department and you're going to pick up the passport and pass card, which is the recognition from the governments in which you live. And with the forms to turn in, all of your documentation about your status will end up at the Bureau of Consular Affairs of the State Department, which is the Nationality and Citizenship Department of the United States of America, the correct one, the State Department, the first department of the United States that used to deal with the Indians, right? So called. So anyway, so extremely important that it ends up there because you need that agreement to know where your stuff's at. All right, and it's all verifiable. All right. So there's probably a few more things within there that I'm, skipping over on purpose because I'm live on YouTube and I really don't know who's who, and I don't know what just happened to my chat. Okay, I'm gonna put a big old donation button up there. Why don't y'all give a dime or something? I was messing. But seriously, please pick up the student manuals before we go into the course. You can take it. It's free, but I cannot authenticate you with the proper documents that says that you have been vetted to the State Department that they have required me to bring. Yes, I am on record at the State Department, okay, for specific things for us. All right. And a few more of us. So if there are any questions right now, thank you, brother Kevin. It says, what if you got child support and they are withholding your passport? I got you, Mo. We have the after you go through the court to get the court order and its agreement, we'll give you the proper paperwork to go directly to the child support and then correct all of that. The thing with child support, right, is that the majority of the time the brother walks into court being forced to court to try to answer for something he didn't pay, not knowing that he could go to the court. If he'd known that the sister was doing that, he could have simply filled out the correct paperwork, right, that explains his situation and demand that everything is fair. Say if she makes more money or living a little bit better, brother, you could be getting child support from her. Now, I won't help no deadbeat dad. If you some deadbeat Negro dad that don't want really care about his people or his son or daughter, then man, handle the best way you've been handling, sucker. You know what I'm saying? Because you part of the problem. And I'm sure not going to help nobody be but if you're a sincere Moor who has been up under predatory child support, okay, issues, then yeah, brother, I will help you by all means necessary. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard to correct that, and it's no mystical stuff, and you ain't got to pay no, big old thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, brother Kevin, uh, Islam, brother Alameen, Islam. So yeah, tell some more that we live on Facebook. They need to come and it's been going on for an hour right now, so maybe I need to get into the last part of the question and answer. So if you guys got a few other questions, go ahead and pose them. I want to speak on a few last topics. Um, like I said, one of the things when you get yourself corrected and you get that status up to the part that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali has explained to you, which is proclaiming your free national name. See, some are like, well, you got to proclaim your nationality. Yeah, you do. But you also got to proclaim your free national name, like the prophet said. All right. So, but when you do that, you'll be able to go, Mo, you are Aboriginal with a flag that's 10,000 years old here. Brother, your birthrights are so Bombay. We are finding out, Mo, that everyone knows of who we are. It's not no joke. And there's nothing to be hidden, right? And the door is flying open to help us. Everybody's, oh, they don't want to do this no more because you haven't done what the prophet said. If you're still struggling, honestly, as a Moorish American, and things aren't panning out for you, then you're not doing what the prophet said. Soon as we did what he said, bruh, it all started panning out. I'm not talking we super rich, but bruh, we good. And it's getting better every single day. The prophet said we just plain rich. Now, I'm not one to be all, I got to go after the money. Ooh, the money, like some weirdo. Like I got some sick fetish for money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is what I got a thing for. You know what I'm saying? Freedom. Because like I said earlier, I can dig a hole. You understand me? I can dig a hole in my land and go get me some gold, some silver. I can plant a seed and feed my family for eternity. How many apples are in one seed? If you own the apple grove and if you own the land, what you so worried about money for? Prophet said that money gonna fall. So your free national standards give you power back, the substance of the law. See, the law here is commercial. Now, commercial law is actually the second pecking order of law. After natural law, it is commercial law. Now, commercial law is actually determined by your status. Do you realize that? What do you mean, Grand Cheek? Well, what I mean by that simply, it says, how will they actually empower us, law, socially, financially? We actually, by taking our free national standards, Mo, that's a very good question, Brother Kevin. The empowerment is already done. By taking our free national standards and exercising our birthright, it's all there waiting for you. Okay, they're not really giving you anything. The prophet already came back and got it. The federal government, and they're just actually watchdogging until you wake up. So you would have to begin to exercise your free national standards. All right. I hope that kind of answered the question. How will they actually empower us? Okay, yeah. So we actually empower ourselves by listening to what the Prophet Noble Jew Ali is saying and picking up our tools that are there. You know what I'm saying? Because man, you can be like this. Well, I hate to kind of give this jewel away, but I will because it's not giving away. It's your free national standards. Most people are looking for putting their money somewhere, like offshore's account or trying not to get this and that. Well, I'm on my land. Why they need to go way over there? You want to come holler at me in my business? You need a spot to put your stuff? That's all I'm going to say on that. Right? And you need to start thinking. We need to really start thinking. You're only broke because you want to be broke. And I know, though, none of us want to be broke. So let me clarify that. We're only broke because we don't understand how to truly exercise all of our free national standards. And this is what we are now in the processes of learning. And the more we begin to get into the affairs of men, and the more we get out there, like at the UN, we're seeing people wanting to give us stuff. It's incredible. All right. And Brother Kevin, all those particular people in Los Angeles, we do have a UN meeting coming up. And if you want to experience it for yourself, and so because man knows not by being told, if you want to see how they're treating us, then bruh, come with us. Okay. Please. Come on. What happened to my chat? Man, oh, there it is. Says even if we present the information of our status, they are honoring that, even though we know how the Europeans been? Yes, Mo. Actually, they are honoring it because they have to. When you show them your pass card, hold on, where's mine? Hold on, real quick. Wow, I can see my little baby picture back there. Y'all can see my little pictures, huh? Uh-oh. All right, so when all right.
I have a question for you.
Oh, Islam, Sister Carmen. Is that you?
Islam, yes.
Okay.
Islam.
That's my sister, y'all. All right, go ahead, sis.
Are we still under, if once you proclaim, are you still as considered a status of a U.S. citizen under the United States?
No.
Or are you okay?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Under the free national status as a Moorish American on you said the American, the state, and then America, the right one.
Yeah.
So are we still under the other one?
No, we're under the Republic. When you proclaim and do it like we've done, and we were literally told by the State Department and the highest, we're told by these particular people right here. Let me show you the card. But no, we're under the Republic because we're grandfathered, everything is grandfathered under the Republic. And when you proclaim correctly, according to the prophet, then you get back up under the Republic too, like we are. And you are not under the corporate 14th Amendment citizenship. Now, this card, I won't give y'all that number, but this card right here is from Justin, but it's from the United States Department of State Diplomatic Security Service. Okay, this is our actual contact there. And we were told by them that, exactly where we're at and the status looks like. Are you guys viewing me live on YouTube too, sis? Sister Carmen?
No, I'm actually on the phone line. I'm on landline.
Oh, okay. So I'm live on YouTube too, kind of showing the pass card.
I was still driving and I'm working and doing everything else. So I'm listening actually.
Okay, praise Allah. So I hope that answered the question, though. But no, we won't be under there, and we have the actual proof and the agreements that we won't be under there. So, like the
jurisdiction?
we're under the jurisdiction of the prophet, free national citizens, aboriginal to the land, and they have literally confirmed this. This is why when we went to the UN and the other day, man, they were breaking their backs to help us, and we just got contact from the FBI. They want us to join their Muslim specific thing because they see us. I mean, for real. So we finally did it, sis. You were there when we were trying to get through. We did it. You know what I mean? And yeah. So we want to give everybody the things that they need to get done. Those people have already been through a so-called name change. It's going to be a little bit easier. We found the easier documents. Those who haven't, where they take the regular stuff. Those who already have passports, be a little bit easier. But first, you got to go get the judge to give you the order to correct everything else. And the Mo was supposed to be on the line tonight, but he's not on yet. So maybe he'll still come through. But in another 10 minutes, if he doesn't, I'll tell you the story about what his mother went and did about the real ID. They're pushing it, and what they're asking for is people are in trouble, y'all. This shit is getting serious. Okay. Kevin, says they want you to join so they can consolidate all like wise brothers and our wives. We target them. Islam, Mo. Our thing is really big now, you guys, and we are really moving forward. And we want to give, especially all the ones who's been sticking with us, give them the method, and get it done. I mean, we got a township right now in Sun Village. All right. The mayor's a Moorish American. I'm the president of the Chamber of Commerce and on the board of on the council board. For the first time in history, we're about to control our own town. We have a water supply there, okay, and growing our own food because it's an agricultural town. All right. So we're about to get mad loot from, I ain't even gonna go there yet, but praise Allah, a lot of things are working out really good. We're,
we're growing, like I said, we're farming up there and we're growing. So, but I'm down in San Diego this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely know what you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah. As far as growing and having your own artesian well.
Yeah.
So, I haven't lost you guys.
Oh, yeah. So we're just going to link it all up so that we can lock it all under the prophet's jurisdiction better. You know what I mean? And then because we got access under the Bustamante Code or the 6th annual conventions of the American states where the prophet went in Cuba in 1929 and signed us on. So we got all of a lot of business rights to do business throughout the Americas and not be regulated by no feds or state stuff. All right. So you guys got to see this potential that you have because people beating down our door. And in a minute, boy, it's good, y'all. It's real good. And it's going to continue to get good. You know what I'm saying? Economic slavery has actually been solved and ended. We are at this beginning stages of it all. And like I said, learning how to continue to utilize that. So please pick up the course booklet, those who don't have it, because I have to sign that you actually took the course and have to give you a witness, a particular statement and document to fill out, and I have to put a number there that says you actually went through it, because according to law. All right, so that's another reason why we're giving the course and trying to make it as easy as possible for everyone to get it. Okay, and it's really not that hard. I mean, everybody should have my number. You can call me anytime. Well, not anytime, but you can pretty much call me and we can go over things. If there aren't any more questions, I'm going to give the story. Brother Adam Zell, are you online? No, he's not. All right. So anyway, the brother, we got 7 people online. Look at that. All right. Once y'all go ahead and like me, subscribe, and give me some likes up there. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and please give me a few of those wonderful likes. But the last thing is one of the Moors, my brother who actually went with me through the process, Brother Adams L, our secretary, his mother, is in our temple, but she got a letter in the mail that she must upgrade her identification to the Real ID Act. And so she went ahead and did it, but she didn't do the process. And she went in there and they now are requiring for you to have a birth certificate, social security card, and some form of resident to prove who you are. Now, she thought she would say, Moorish American. And they're like, can I see some birth certificate? Can I see your social security or an ID with that? Oh, you don't? Okay, you're black. Next. You understand? They're requiring, the Real ID is requiring birth certificate, social security card, and a form of residence. In other words, a bill or something to say where you're a resident of. Now, resident goes directly to nationality and domicile. In the definition of nationality is a term known as domicile. Domicile means the legal place that you are legally at. And that determines the laws that govern you. You can have many residents, but only one domicile. The reason the police can give you a ticket because you are domiciled in their jurisdiction. And when you're finished doing the process, you'll be domiciled in the Moorish Science Temple of America. But anyway, so that's very important because they're pushing the Real ID, because now they're going to label everybody who they are. And once they got everybody labeled, then they're going to put the move down to come round you up. All right. And the census is 2020. People need to wake up, man. But anyway, it's right around the corner. So you're a little bit ahead of the game. I'm sorry to let everybody know, but the passports and pass cards just went up. Passports are now $700. And the pass cards, I still think they're 115, but they may have went up. So people need to rush it because they're going to continue to go up on people. All right. So are there any questions?
You said 700?
Yeah, passports are now $700. We're asking everybody to get the pass card or both of them, but at least get the pass card. All right. And because it meets all, that is the card you want, but it meets all the requirements of the Real ID. And I'm going to go ahead and get a Real ID and show everybody you can get that too. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to get the Real ID as a Negro or Black. You don't want to do that. Because this is it. When you get that on you, this is it. This is the final labeling. Okay? And people really need to understand, how can I get the study course 101? Oh, you already in the study course, Mo? You already picked up your manuals, Brother Kevin. Yeah, you already picked up your manuals, Mo. So you're already in. Yeah, you're already in the course itself. Are you talking about this video? I can. I'm gonna put Brother Ali. Hold on, Brother Ali. I'm gonna merge you with the conference call. It's fine, Mo. Hello. Okay, I just merged you, Brother Alim. I just merged you into the conference call. Okay. Okay. All right. So, ooh, I got the video conference too. Hold on, I'm on no video conference. What's all that crazy stuff? No, you watching me? Huh? Which one are you watching me on, Mo? My phone, the video conference, or on YouTube? All right, I'm logging off this phone. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, yeah, I'm going hide me. There we go. Hide this thing. All right, I don't know why it went on the video on my phone either, but anyway. So
I'm watching you on my TV.
Oh, so you got me on YouTube. Okay. Well, praise Allah. Watch. If we have any questions, please feel free. Now, here's a few booklets that you Moors may want to go get. Like I say, please pick up Black's Law Dictionary, a regular Webster's Dictionary, collegiate. And if you're really good, pick up your unabridged dictionary. And that's really what you need, man. You know, people think you need a whole bunch of stuff. You need a dictionary, man. I'm sorry to say, but Black people can't read. You know, I'm not trying to be mean. You know what I'm saying? I can show you all the books I got right down there. See all them? Holy. See all them? Y'all them look. It gets even more and more in my other room. These are just the ones I use immediately. Right? But people really need to way over there. Let me keep y'all right here. Y'all all up in my room now. All right. Hey, y'all see my mama up there? Say hi, Mom. But praise Allah. So all I want to say, you guys, is Oxford Dictionary, Brother Kev. I got one of them too, Mo. The Oxford Dictionary is the real good one. Hold on, where's mine? But yeah, Mo, I got one of those too. You know, I use that Oxford Dictionary for almost everything because they're about their definitions, you know. It's really, really good, brothers. So the other thing is to, like I say, just, pick up the regular stuff, and we will be going step by step through everything. Please tell, some people, help them out, and tell them to tune in. You know, they don't have to take the course; they can tune in. You know, but it'll be best for them to take the course, of course, so that they could finish off. Because I'm not going to give people what to do over YouTube. Only those people are in the course, because I'm not going to do that. That's just But we will go over the course over YouTube and a few live videos. But as far as what to put in the paperwork, you'll never get that from me over YouTube. I'm just letting you know now. All right. So this is just something for people to feel a little bit more. If they don't have the conference call or anything like that, we're going to start doing these on Fridays. So please, too, everybody, write down me in your calendar. And every Friday, we're going to be going live for a Friday Holy Day meeting at 7. We'll open it up at 7 o'clock, and we're going to start at 7:30. But we will also on 2 o'clock. We'll open it up on 2 o'clock on Sundays and start at 2:30 for the Sunday school. And then for this particular study course, like I said, it's on Thursdays. Okay. And you can go to Noble Academic Society and see that. You guys are going to have to email me, Brother Kevin. Please email me your the etymology of words are important. Yes, they are, Mo. Etymology of words when you're dealing with the prophet is extremely important because he puts so much in a few words. But please email me, Brother Kev, on my phone your email so I can put you in the classroom. Now, everybody, go please look in their email and accept the classroom. Okay, you have to go to your email to accept to be into the classroom. You have to accept the invitation. All right, because the only way you're going to get into the classroom if I put you there for you to accept it. All right, and for the new people, the only way you get into their classroom and know what to do is for you to take the course. Like I said, the course is free. All you have to do is get the first manual, but you want all of them. The first manual, one, I think is 45. The other one is 30. And then one more is just 25 altogether, 100 and maybe $1. Okay. So, that's pretty much it. And, it's $93 to go publish from the court here in Los Angeles. I don't know if you're in a different state. Like Sister Sand, there's another sister, she's in Cleveland, and all they got to do is pay $200 and it takes care of everything, right? But here, you don't pay for you get a fee waiver, because if you have to pay for it, it's $400, but you get a fee waiver, but you do have to pay for your publishing to go through the paper, which is $93, okay? And the only other pay after that is $23 for the Bureau of Biostatistics to get the birth record back. And then there is whatever it's going to cost you at the State Department for your passport or your pass card. So start stacking a little bit, put a little bit away, and so your children can be safe. One thing about it, when you do finish the process, you're known as an internationally protected person. Okay. And I do have that in the course manual, exactly what that means. And we will be going over that. And you can see it in law and why you're an internationally protected person, because the prophet says you're a national. And a national today means an internationally protected person. And it also means what you do, you then protect your wife, your children, like your mom, your pops, even if they don't even know, you still automatically protect them. Immediate family, not your whole 20 million brothers and sisters and cousins y'all got, but you at least protect your immediate family. Okay. So I hope two meanings of words that are enslave us with. Yeah. Yes, they are two meanings. Like person has two meanings. Some people, issue has two meanings. There's a whole lot. It's called legalese. It's actually called legalese. And we invented it, Mo. We invented that. The Moors did to keep control when we had them in slavery. We invented that language. That it says this, but legally it means that. Yeah, that was us. But it's all good though. They're whooping us with our own science. That's what we have to realize. That's why that's why it's so successful. We took up their low science while they took up ours, and they use ours to whoop us. And we use theirs. They gave us theirs to keep us distracted. This is weird. You know what I mean? But when you come back to this science, man, this thing opens up. Brother, you are the Lord of the plane of manifest. Sister, you are the Lord of the plane of manifest. But you can never get there until you drop the Negro and pick up your righteous mind. Okay, so if I haven't said anything, I hope I can really ensure you that you're very powerful. You got to watch what you say to people these days, too, you guys. Don't get angry and start talking to people. Not in today's. You don't know what you really could be putting in motion. You're a lot more powerful than you think. Okay. In the dark side or the low side, anger can push things. And you got to be very careful when you're arguing with your spouse or your children Don't argue with them from a point of view of anger. Really, in the new cycle that we're in this new Aquarian age, you are putting signatures on people. You don't even know that you're okay. Everyone's heard about the Japanese scientists that prove that you can speak over water, and the law of cymatics, right, will put an impression on the water, and when you look it up, it takes on a fractal shape. It has increased. That's real, but it's increased. Now understand that you're water. You are 98% water. So if you constantly cussing and you constantly, in an environment of negative energy, what do you think you are shaping in your being? And when you curse at other people, what type of signature are you putting on them? So it's very important that when you're angry, to go and be by yourself for a moment and don't really speak out because you put it on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot more of this science that we're going to really get into to balance out our environment. But it all starts with you having the belief and faith in Prophet Drew Ali. It all starts with you submitting to the laws of the prophet and saying to yourself that you just don't know. Because how's it been going so far with your way? Let's try the prophet's way and get some success. So that's it, y'all. I'm tired. I've been going for like an hour and 36 minutes. This is probably how long the class is. And I really appreciate you, Brother Kevin. I appreciate you, Brother Alameen, Sister Carmen.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate all of you. So, sis, I appreciate you too. Have y'all talked to Gim, Sister Gim?
Yes, we did. We talked to her the day before yesterday.
Okay, perfect.
But we have to call her back.
Okay. All right. Call that sister.
There's some events coming up.
Okay. So if you don't have turbans, don't have fezzes, let us know so we can show you where to get them. A fez you can put on loiters.com out of Chicago. You can get a turban at any material. Just go downtown and pick up a gang of material, the cotton kind that breathes, and then we'll show everybody do a little turban tying class, because you want to start identifying yourself with your cultural dress. You want to get out of being identified or looking like a Negro. All right. What about what, sis?
What about feathers?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hook you in some feathers. You know what I'm saying? I know a Mo, he puts the feathers in his turban like wop. Nothing wrong with that. We just really want to get everybody that pass card, though. My concern is for all of those who don't have it to get that as fast as possible. And that's what we're going to be going over. Okay? So if you got one, light one, get that Holy Sacrament, feel good, and pray. Make sure you pray every morning. And make sure you pray in the middle of the day, and make sure you pray before you go to sleep, the Moorish American prayer. Memorize it. And then we'll show you how to start utilizing that prayer to get the things that you need. You are very powerful. I love each and every one of you. I send you love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I hope I've said something that, that we can comprehend. And let's keep the Prophet Noble Drew Ali out in front. This is not my ship. I jumped on the good ship of the prophets. He's steering. My hands is off the wheel. So far, so good. And peace and love, everybody. Okay?
Peace and love.
I'm going to end this live stream, my first live stream. So praise Allah. Thank you, sis. All right. I'm going to stay on. I'm just in the live stream. And